Okay, I'm live. Woo! Well, hello there. Today, I'm actually want to talk about.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, he
All right.
over here doing his own thing. I'm actually today. I want to talk about a lot of good stuff, but it's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. Now, the people who know they're awoke and they know that we're here for a reason. We're not here to just watch the world go down in flames. We're not going to do that. That's why we're here. That's why we were born. So I'm talking to you because you, right now, I do hear the message going out that, hey, like, the rest of the world, because they're still asleep, we sort of have to say, forget them. But that's not what has to happen. We're not chosen ones just to be chosen ones. We're chosen ones to help, to change things for the better, to make it better for the people who sleep and for us. We're here for the people who are asleep. We can't forsake them. Okay. I think we got a chance. I think we got a chance. Yes. Us chosen ones, we live good. Like we're happy on a whole. Like we're happy. Why? Because we are on a level. It's a level of in this thing. It's different levels. And people, when you hit certain levels, you can access joy in the middle of anything. It's up to you now. If you're not on that level, I'm here to tell you, you can get on that level. You are actually that level. The reason why you're miserable, or the reason why you are suffering, is because you are being distracted from who you are, your very self, your joy. You are love. You are joy. So when you feel sad and depressed and oppressed, then you are not experiencing yourself, and that hurts. It's like you feel not connected from to yourself. You don't feel connected to yourself. Okay, not feeling connected to yourself is where it hurts. That's why you're sad, because you are God and don't know it. That's why it hurts, because you are God and you are forced to do what other people say do, but only because you don't know you're God. So it's a mind thing. So as far as that, you can choose this day whether you are going to go into yourself, give yourself a chance, instead of saying, oh, Star, that's just Star, that's just her. No, it's not just her. It can be you as far as your joy is concerned. When I go out and about, it's people, dope dealers, and everybody who tell me, hey, you so happy, you so full of joy. And I'm like, I work on it. If I'm in the same society as everybody else, but I'm happy and full of joy all the time, most of the time. When I'm not, I work on it. it's a level that can be achieved through effort. Yes, through effort of just saying, being still. That's the effort you got to take. Stop. It's so sounds so easy, but in real life, to y'all in 3D, it is so hard. You won't do it. You choose not to do it. If someone's been saying these things for thousands of years, and you say, "Oh, that's them. They did achieve enlightenment. It ain't for me." Mother Teresa, she did help a lot of people. Not for me. You know, we're choosing not to be the light in a dark world. It's people who understand from the point of really looking down and seeing from a higher point of view. And it's people who really are stuck. You can't see past what they're showing you. Your blinders. You cannot see past the blinders. They have something covering your eyes most of the time. You have things in your ears most of the time. This is because this is the time. This is the rays of Aquarius, where people, your natural self is coming up. You're starting to sprout, but that's only if you get life source to who you are. You are life source. You have to pay attention to that life source. You have to say, I am life source. So they're keeping you from paying attention to your own life source. You're being distracted from your own life source. Your ears are being covered with the music, with the news, and with everything that they are saying to you. You didn't create what you're listening to most of the time. Someone else is. You're being taught to always look for someone else. For someone else. It's nobody else but you. It's nobody else but you. You are the one. For you have to pay attention to yourself. So many people feel like they sacrifice their lives for other people. That's not what you need to do. You don't need to sacrifice your life at all for other people. Do not do that. Your life source is no less valuable than the next person's life source. Conserve your life source, and then you can conserve other life sources. If you're here and you don't conserve your own life source, then you cannot go ahead and conserve other people's life, help conserve other people's life source. So do not sacrifice your life source for anyone. That's what you're here for, your life. You're here to live. You're here for your life. I'm on YouTube live right now under Julianne Starr, JulianeStar. If you want to go on live with YouTube with me right now, maybe we can chat. When you get a chance, you want to just play some music, or that can be heard in the background. Just play any music that you want to hear in the background. I say if you want.
Like, you can do whatever you want.
I'm talking about with your phone. Are you listening to music? Or are you listening to somebody?
Yeah, well, I was watching the video.
Okay, later on. Okay, anyway. I'm saying this to say that it's no one else but you. If you are asleep, I know we don't believe we are sleeping. We're sleepwalking most of the time, y'all. If you do a job that is very repetitive, a lot of times you're just go into your mind somewhere else and you just do it in a you turn into an Autobot and you do your job and you're not there. And someone could be calling you, you don't hear them because you're not there. You put your brain on automatic in your hands and you just kept doing what you're doing like a robot. Whatever you got to do. And you're not even conscious because you're really in your mind somewhere. You're talking to your boyfriend, you're talking to your girlfriend, you're thinking about what y'all did, what happened, the fight, the makeup, the lie, the truth. You're not even there doing whatever you're doing. Once we get these policies and we start to act on these policies as if we're not human because we're just doing what we're told, doing what every atrocity that ever has happened took place because people did what they were told to do. That's just the reality. Why are you putting me in the gas chamber? Because I was told. What about your own heart? Your heart has been hardened. You don't care about your own heart anymore because you put it up for sale. So because you work for a place that says you're going to have a hard time if you interfere with another officer killing someone. If you defend the victim that doesn't have a certain uniform on, if you do that, then you can't have a good existence here. You choose to be the robot and say, I do what I'm told. And you let people die in front of you and you are there and you really believe you're here to serve and protect? Or do you know it's a lie? Are you really that brainwashed to think that you're here to serve and protect, but you cannot protect someone that you see and getting killed? And you have every ability to do it. I do what I'm told. I need to pay my rent. Everybody is, I need to pay my bills. I need to pay my bills. I'm sorry. I don't care. They tell me not to give you enough food in jail. So I don't give you enough food in jail because I have to pay my bills. We have to do better. It's us. But you can't know that right now because you're so busy paying your bills that you are walking in sleep. You're in your head all the time. You're not here. We're most of the time we're not here. We're in our heads. Hey, Jer. So I'm saying it's the answer is go inside yourself. But the answer is put down all distractions. You are worth it to see what I'm showing you. Do it. Do it. Do it. Like, for example, let me give you an example. Perfect example of whether people choose to or not. Hi, how you doing?
How you doing? So
I'm
what
good.
are you doing?
What do you think about it's time to start meditating more?
Is there alternative way to meditation?
Yes.
I know
There's a lot of ways to back to yourself.
yeah, but
It's a lot of ways back to yourself.
Meditation is a little bit outdated.
Okay. So if
So I used to,
and that's why
I'm trying to think.
wait just a minute. Excuse me, y'all.
So-
but that's why we think that okay, so meditation, that's an old-fashioned way. Why is that old-fashioned?
Cause I do different things. Like I pray. I pray. You know, I like to do exercising. I have to have movement. You know, with my spirituality. So all that sitting still, that's cool for y'all.
I think, you know what, y'all should go on if you have any interest
Yeah, turn
in
that camera back on me again, baby.
it's
I
seizure.
want to get on Facebook. Yes, I want to you know, just be active. That's what energized me, and that's what get me grounded. Movement, not meditation.
Okay, but how much have you tried meditation?
I tried it before, you know, and
really,
I just
I was
don't work
there
for
when
me.
he tried it. I'm being honest. He did not give it a chance. He didn't
I
give it a chance.
I did give it a
He
chance.
pretended to give it a chance,
Like, how
but
you
he
feel
did because I was looking at you right there. If you say I can't be still, I can't do this while you
Okay, that's
the
fine.
whole point. So he told me he could not be still for himself. We are choosing to say things like that. You're choosing. It's sort of like when we say, "Oh, that's this person." Like I what was it yesterday? I went into the Dollar Tree, and I had a sign with me that says "Have faith."
You got a sign what you just said, have faith.
Okay, so I had a sign in.
This is a very good sign
And
because that's really what it's all about, having faith in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Having faith in the
have
higher realm.
faith.
You feel me?
So when I walked to the store, I tried to make sure everybody saw it while I was walking to the store. And then I tried to make sure that okay. Yes, I made the sign.
Have faith.
Okay. So, hey Corbis. Hey girl. I saw your one of your pictures looking good. But when I went into the store, right, and then when one of the workers came to me, he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. The lady's just clearing out her drawer, but it's going to be fine." I'm also on YouTube Live, Julianne Star
TV,
and that
Julianne
way
Star TV.
we can chat that way too. Okay, so the man, he was just trying to tell me to be a little patient and I'll be served. And so I held, and he had his mask on, and I held up the sign like this, like to him. I was like, okay, and then he looked in my eyes and he realized like I'm really serious. Like, have faith for real.
Yeah, faith
And so he was like, I needed that. I needed that so much. And he said, "Can I have a hug?" I got to get a hug for that, right? So I gave him a hug, and we're in there hugging, right? And he's squeezing me so hard, and I'm squeezing him back, right? So then he's like, and so then he said, "Okay, you trying to out hug me? You trying to out hug me?" He said, "Well, I ain't gonna do it." I said, "Watch, I can hug you worse than that," right? And so it was fun, and he was happy or whatever. And I told him to breathe. He said, "I can't breathe." Like he had walked away from me, right? And I was like, I could see that like this was really bothering him. I said, "Breathe." And he was like, "I know I can't breathe." And I was like, "Now, do you remember someone else said they couldn't breathe and they didn't give a fuck?" So they sure they don't care if you can breathe or not. That's not their concern, but it should be yours. You need to be concerned whether you can breathe or not. Do not leave that up to anyone else. Okay? Especially if they don't got your hands behind your back and nobody ain't stepping on you, then you need to be able to breathe. Period.
Oh yeah. Yes.
You're free.
Period.
The people here, we're so blessed. We're so blessed. We don't even know it. We're the slaves that don't have the chains on. We can do something, but our mind is so chained and really so sleep and conditioned and brainwashed. The reason why you don't know you're conditioned and brainwashed is because you have been conditioned and brainwashed. You can't really feel it while you're in it. You don't know your original color when you soaked in dye. You don't know your original self. Your original self is a natural being that can thrive in nature. That is superior. You can build anything you want to build. You can do whatever you want to do. You can create anything you want to do because you've been doing it. Everything that you use was created by us. Nobody else, not machines, not anything. By us. We create the machines that create things.
Right.
That make things.
We're the original, computer, like Ralph Smart said, I guess.
Yeah, just like Ralph Smart. Pay attention to Ralph Smart on meditation. He did something not maybe a week ago telling you, that there's different ways to meditate. Like what you're saying, you don't want to go.
That ain't in my character. That ain't in my life path, ain't my program.
Okay, so he's saying, right, it's not in your programming. It's meant not to be in there so that you can continue to be distracted. You, honestly, I love you. You keep these on. The reality, he swear he protects me. But he can't protect me. I have to tell him constantly when something is some big noises. It could be fireworks going off. He really don't hear it. So if a firework is going off and you don't hear it, how can you protect me if someone came to the door and just said, "Hey, bitch, I'm finna kill you"? And I'm like, "Hey, Apollo, help me."
You over the top of that.
Thank God that I'm protected by God.
Well, yeah.
Hey, sweetie. Let me see. Yeah.
That's way over the top. You know that.
That is not. So you are in the illusion that you're one place when you're not. That's why so many things be happening around us and we don't know because we're so busy in our head. We don't know. It's times it's sort of like an experiment. I believe in raising vibrations. That's part of what I'm here to do. We need to, if you're there, if I can give you something, whether it's a smile, a hug, or encouragement or anything to raise your vibration, then I want to do it because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help raise the vibration. of the nations. We need to feel better. People who feel better do better. People who feel better can care about other people a lot easier. You have to love yourself. This is what's going to work, because it's us that's doing this. When it's like, I just had a discussion with one of my close friends, and he saw that I have been going to this swimming place with the little kids right by the park from where I go. And the man in there, when he teaches the children how to swim, they scream bloody murder. If you are over trying to meditate at the park, it ain't happening. That's just one. That's not one. Your business is in my neighborhood, causing me distress. I am a mother. I can't ignore tortured sound and screams of kids. I will not. So whether people say that's stupid, they okay. No, I don't. I cannot. I have been instructed by my God, my source. Do not ignore the cries of children. So he was like, and so the man has been threatening to call the police on me, because every time I hear these kids, I give it time to. I'm like, this is too much. Like, it's too much. You hearing the kid going,
you're gonna be all right.
No, I'm gonna at least talk to your parents. Because y'all ever heard of the YMCA? They don't do all that. And fear, it's time to teach kids not in fear. We need to teach them something else. This shit ain't working. What we teaching ain't working. Everybody points the finger and we think it's somebody else. It's not nobody else but us. We the callous motherfuckers. We the bougie, stuck up, worrying about our nails, our hair, and everything. And there's someone down the street that suffering. There's people that suffering. You can do a little bit, but you too busy. We too programmed. We are programmed to say our burdens, is our issues in our mind. I need my nails done so bad, but I do know that I could get my niece some diapers. Just you know what I'm saying? We don't think about that. You just look at your sister and say, she's so raggedy, she don't got enough money for no diapers. That's a shame. And you go on to get your eyelashes done. We don't realize, we don't look at it as, we can do something about it. We're programmed. That's part of our programming, to think you can't do shit. You can't do shit. That's your programming. The only way that you can get out and above your programming is to go inside yourself and get away from the programs. Everything that you see, they telling you it's a TV program. It's a program. Everything is a program. Do you want to be a part of this program? Where we'll program you how to sell. We'll program you how to teach. We'll program you how to pray. We'll program you how to meditate. We'll program you how to pray. How to do whatever you want. We can program you. And if you know, in reality, a program is taking information and shaping it. It's shaping it so that you can think a certain way. When you see a stop sign, you are programmed to stop. Now that's a good thing, right? But then what does that sign do for you? What else does it do? How do you know that it does things to us? We not look, I know that sound. I'm gonna be a little bit more specific with that because I know that sounds. It could sound really far out to someone who doesn't understand what I'm saying. This lady did an experiment in my networking, but she had a book and it was a fun game book, and she told us to say certain numbers first, and we said no. She asked us questions about like what's 1 + 4, and you will say 5, and then she'll say what's 2 + 3, then you will say 5, right? And then she'll say what's 1 + 4, and you will say 5, and then she'll say write down the color right now, and everybody will write down the 5-letter color. You see what I'm saying? We don't even know these things are a part of our programming. So then we write down, and then she'll tell us what color she said, I know y'all wrote down orange or whatever it is.
Who?
You didn't hear what I just said, right? See, he ain't hear nothing I just said. That's okay. But you can play the video back.
Okay, I'll play it.
But the lady did an experiment.
What did the experiment?
Don't worry about it. This lady did an experiment that on my networking group. She was reading a book that showed her what like these little tricks. Mm. So she asked us like, what's 1 + 2? And then you like she'll say what's 2 + 3, and you say 5, right? Everybody say 5. What's 4 + 1? 5. What's whatever 4 2 + 3 + 2 or whatever. You know, I guess it's only one too much stuff. Okay. And everybody say 5, right? And then she'll say write down the color. Write down the color right now.
Color the number?
No, she'll just say write down the color. And so when you write down the color, it's a 5-digit color. And so most people, so she said, oh, y'all wrote down orange or something, right? Because the 5 is a part of the programming in us that also equals a 5-digit color and everything else, vegetable and everything. So if she say write down, then she'll say write down a vegetable. She'll do the same thing and say write down a vegetable. And people are writing down.
Was it real?
Yes, we were writing down what was coming next in our head because she had told us to think of 5. So because she told us to think of 5, when she said write down a vegetable, we're gonna write down carrot. Because CARROT, you know what I mean? If for 6, we would write down carrot. For 5, we'll write down something else. You see what I'm saying? Like if you keep, I'm telling. Okay, it's okay. Lost, y'all might get it.
I'm lost at that one.
So the whole thing is we have been programmed without even being knowing it that we have certain connections that we don't even know exist. So when she had us keep saying 5, 5, 5, 5, then when she asked us to think of a fruit, then we'll say orange because it got 5 letters in it. You see what I'm saying? And so we'll write down orange because ORANG. Oh, I keep on saying 6. I must have had something going on with 6. But either way, I'm not programmed anymore. But that's the whole point. There's connections that we have. Hey, Johnny, there's connections that we have that we don't even know. And the only way that you can go is sort of like if you were cotton and you were dipped into dye, whatever color you want. Think of whatever color you want. And you've been set in front of mirrors and cameras, and you always see whatever color that you've been dyed in. But you never see what your original color was. The only way that you will be able to really see what your original color is to go inside yourself. That's it. You have to go inside yourself. If you think we are computers, you got to go inside yourself and help find the truth and deprogram you. You have been programmed. You have been programmed. From the time we were kids, we've been programmed to work. To work, yes. In the Bible, it says, if you don't work, you don't eat. In the Bible, it says, if you don't work, you won't eat. In the Bible, it says, if you don't work, you will. So
if you
so I have to believe. Yeah. And Jesus didn't say that, but Christians follow that. Said, right? So that's our programming. That's our Christian programming. Know how? Let me tell you how you know that it's a program. Who is it provided by? Who is it approved by? Who is it? It's always approved by one group, one type of people. It's not approved by me and you. We got to go somewhere to be approved. The Wizard of Oz. That's really the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz was the first Matrix movie. Oh, non-GMO, that's good. But the reality is, even when they say non-GMO, we're trusting a label. Unless you go to these places and see what they're doing and let us be open. You're feeding the public with your factories. Let's see what are you doing for real? If we saw how most of our food was being made, we really wouldn't eat it. But we're taught to not go to the factory. Don't go over there. You don't belong over there. But this is where I get all the sausages that I always love. I want to tell the people, thank you. I love those sausages. And you get over there and you see what they're doing to give you those sausages. Just so you can have a sausage. You would most likely change your mind. If you said, no, I wouldn't because I don't give a fuck. You are the reason. Because you don't give a fuck. You've been programmed not to give a fuck. You've been programmed to think that you're not powerful, that you can't do anything good for the people, that if you do something for one person, that's not good enough. It is good enough for today. If you do something for one person today, that's good enough for today. And it's good enough for every day. And it should be like not really less than that somehow. Every day you need to affect someone positively. Or you need to positively affect someone positively. Woo! So I'm saying this because the power is yours. It's sort of like if you were a real computer, like you're really the computer that makes everything work here, but you don't know it and they don't care about you, but you care about yourself. You know, so what are you to do? It's people just look at it like this, like Christians. I was programmed as a Christian. This is what I'm gonna say. I was programmed as a Christian to believe that we got to suffer. Now, we may have had to suffer at one point to get you to where you are today. But you don't have to suffer anymore. That's the good news. The good news is we don't have to suffer anymore. If you feel like life is so hard, it's because you're on a level that where life is so hard. There is another level. Hey, Lou. There is another level. There's levels where you don't have to suffer. But you access those levels by going in. So if you were a computer for real, you would have to go inside your own programming because you actually have the ability to do it. And say, hey, it's sort of like when you remember when the Terminator came back the second time, and then they had to put some programming in him to do something different. He submitted for that programming. Because he is like, I can't control myself physically. I need to change change this for the future. It's like a choice to do what's right. You can stay with the programming of whoever gets the most shit wins. That's the game we're playing right now. Whoever gets the most shit wins. We're all shooting for king, and only one person can have that position. In your kingdom, only one person can have the position of king. And for real, though. It's not made up. It's real. You can't be king. Not in this matrix. You really can't be king in this matrix. Now you can take your own crown and be your own king and queen. I suggest king of your own kingdom, because a king is made up of the queen and the king, but a queen ain't made up of the king and the queen. So the queen is technically secondary. Ooh. So in your own kingdom, you want to be the king. That's basically it. Yeah, nah. don't see? No. So you don't want to be the king of your own kingdom?
Oh, what happened?
Do you want to be the king of your own kingdom?
Hell yeah.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. Be the king of your own kingdom. Male or female, be the king of your own kingdom.
Whoa. A king has subjects, don't he?
Male or female,
a king got subjects,
be the king of your own. Now, there's something higher than a king. Know what it is? You. I'm gonna start doing slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. I'm gonna say that again. There is something higher than a king. You. It's a God. It's a God. It's not too late. You can always choose to go in and listen to the God inside of you that is connected to the God of the universe. Your creator, connected to your source, your very source. That's your answers. Your answers are there. The answers to all of this is there. To be a powerful king, you need a powerful queen. Amen. Because a king is actually made up, and politics-wise, the king is actually made up of both the male and the female. Because a king takes a queen. Okay? He takes a queen. That queen is supposed to represent usually some type of unity.
That ain't true, Lou. That ain't true.
See, that's what I'm dealing with, Lou. But anyway, the reality is the man and a woman come together, and the man listens to the woman because she is representing usually one of the groups of people he is trying to come in unity with in his kingdom. So if he's trying to unite certain kingdoms, he marries from that kingdom a queen. Then that way they feel like she has a voice, and they have a voice in his ear and in his life because she's going to bear his children and everything else. That's how it works. Oh, he has a stake in our lives because he has a wife and children that are on our side of it. And that's how we're working with it. That's how it works. So the queen and the king, thank you, made the king. It was two parts of it. Now, technically, as a queen by herself, she needed to get a king. She could not just they needed her to get a king. This was in the past. They needed her to have a king in order to even discuss anything. She didn't have no power until she had a king. And she didn't really have power, and that's the reality too. Kings don't even have power.
That's crazy as hell.
Okay.
You know what, Lou? Let me see this.
Kings don't even have power.
I don't play chess, so ain't no queen got no power with me.
You see what I'm dealing with now? But I'm here to help. I'm here to help him. I really am. I'm really here to help him. And he helps me. He does. But I'm really here to help him. Look at how the chessboard is set up. Exactly.
So I don't play chess, though.
As far as the chessboard.
I play the lottery. I don't play chess.
As far as look at how the chessboard is set up, that's the whole point. In reality, every king is really being moved by a human being. So when you're playing chess, you're really the god playing like you're a king on the board. A king is less than a god. A king in reality is a puppet for the people who have their best will at hand that's around him. He's a puppet. He cannot just do what he wants. He can't marry who he wants to. He can't just say, okay, I really think Star is sexy. I'm finna marry her. That ain't gonna work. He can't. And if he does, it'll be a problem, and then it will be some type of accident. That's how it works. Even as the king, that looks so prestigious because you are the representative. You're the one who go on stage for everybody and say, you know what? We don't give a fuck. And he said, look at some of the greatest empires. Right.
Like what? Like what empires? Because if you're talking about
you should go Egypt, Lou, go to YouTube Live. I'm on YouTube Live right now. Julianne Star. You should go on YouTube Live. That way it'll be chatted. We can even chat that way too. Go ahead, John.
Oh no. Well, he's talking about like empires like Egypt, which is in Africa. And African societies are matrilineal. You know, that's what the Africans do, but we're not Africans. We're Israelites, and our heritage is inside the Bible, my friend. I don't know if you believe in the Bible, but you know, that's how it goes.
Well, see, this is the whole thing. This is what the programming is doing. The programming is that whatever you believe about that Bible is affecting your moves. So that's why you don't notice, like when we go fill out applications, we go fill out job applications, they ask us things that actually shit and be so relevant. They talk about statistics, but why are these statistics so important? They ask you about your religious beliefs. When you take job applications, they do mental tests and all of that to see. Listen, just a minute. They do mental tests and things like that to see even if amen, Lou.
Nah.
Now listen.
No.
They do all these tests. Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Listen.
That's it.
They do all these spiritual. I'm here to help him. Don't worry about it. He not gonna get it from you. I just have to show him.
The woman gets the earth. That's all it is, bro.
All I have to do is show him.
That's all it is, bro.
You say you heading there now? Where you heading to? Yeah, so they're asking us our mental beliefs, our birthday, they're asking us all these things because they want to know what programming do we have. Oh, you have this program, and they do it so that it'll be different beliefs in the business so that you cannot unite and take over the business. That's why you are not allowed to have family members in a lot of the businesses, or you can't work with your family member because a family is so important. That's why it's so important that our families are being broken up. How they break us up. They don't want us to even talk to each other right now. So the answer to all of this is inside you. That is the red pill. The answer is inside you. When you wake up and realize who you really are, and then you realize you're running around trying to be a king when you're a god. That's just basically it. You're not and you think you're the chess piece. And you're making your moves because you think as the chess piece, you're controlling your moves. You're not controlling your moves. You've been programmed to stay on certain squares and not to deviate from that. They tell you what squares you can take and how you can take and what way you can move forward or not. You've been programmed in how you can move forward. You've been programmed not to see the woods, the forest. You've been programmed to not see nature. You've been programmed to put shoes on your feet all the time. Do you realize your feet are supposed to touch the ground? We're supposed to be touching the ground. We're natural beings. We're natural. We're supposed to be in the sun, not in cubicles all day, and warehouses, and all types of stuff. We're supposed to be able to access nature. No problem. Prior to the Bible, which was selected and put together by the so-called scholars, the Israelites relied on women to push their agenda, whether birth or death. He's talking to you too. You can read it too. Okay. One of Jesus' biggest advocates was Mary Magdalene. That's what Lou Stan said. Okay, so that's really the number one thing. It's not too late. Do y'all remember? If you haven't watched The Matrix yet, it's time, because the shit happening like right in front of your face.
You gotta show me scripture, brother. And you gotta quote that Bible. I don't hear nothing from those scholars.
Thank you.
I don't hear nothing about those scholars. You gotta quote that Bible, brother.
Okay, so let me see something here. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Okay, so I'm saying all of this to say this. That thank you. Woo! That's right. We've been getting away from our own selves. It's like if you were a stallion, you know, thoroughbred or whatever you are, and they use you as a workhorse. Everybody around you is a workhorse. Your mama's a workhorse, your daddy's a workhorse. Hey, everybody's a workhorse. You can hand me over there. So at that point, if you're born on a plantation and you are this awesome, powerful being, but you are a workhorse, you don't even ever get the chance to run fast. The most fast you can run is with something really heavy on your back. So you can never really experience your speed because you have something put on your back. You have shoes. They put horseshoes on you. They put blinders on you so that you are not distracted away from the path that they want you to go. This is all relevant to you. You haven't experienced freedom. You don't know of anything other than going back and forth between one place to another with a big burden on your back. You just happened to the wrong person got into your hands, and instead of selling you, they say you strong enough to work. I need help pulling stuff. I know you like to ride fast. You could run fast. I don't care about that. I need you to help me get where I got to go without me having to carry this. Okay, so you find this out. The same person or the same people who take care of you are the same people who put you in that same position. Hey, Lou. The people who take care of you are the people who put you in the same position. So you get your carrots, you get your sugar, you get your everything from them. You get whippings. You do get whippings. You stop getting whippings because you stop fighting back. We stop fighting back. So you don't get whippings anymore most of the time because you stop fighting back. You stop when you had to be broken. We have to break our children in order for them to live in this society. And I'm not going to say we break them because we bend them. We do have a chance. They are not broken because they're gods. Their knowledge of that can heal anything. Whatever we did, whatever mistakes we did by breaking our children so that they can fit in this society. We beat our kids because they needed to be beaten in order to stay under control of someone like a master or a police officer or anything. You can't walk around swearing you a king if you you get your ass beat. You don't feel like a god if you get your ass beat. Now, Lou, anything you want to say? I actually want to mention I wanted to get your 2 cents in since you were good enough to come on and go on live with me. So I would like to hear some of what you got to say. Especially, I love the fact, like Apollo, he's like my opposite. And it's good because he says stuff. He says stuff that represents.
You're gonna have to quote that Bible player. I don't hear nothing about no scholars. Just show me scripture that prove your point. That's all.
Yeah, so with that in mind, you know, my thing is okay, if y'all haven't seen The Matrix, y'all need to go ahead and see and watch it, and then watch 2, and then watch 3. The reality of it is we all can be Neo. We can all be Agent Smith. And, oh yeah, that's what he was saying. The Bible was put together by scholars, though, right? Okay, yeah. We don't realize that's it. We are okay. As much as I love the Bible, I love it. It has so much in it. I look at the Bible truthfully as trying to tell me something. Now it depends on who I am. If you think you're the king, the Bible is telling you one thing. If you think that you're the slave, the Bible is telling you something else. If you know that you are God's, the Bible is telling you something else. You can, as far as, right. I am watching those that choose every day to want to be in the Matrix. It's sad, really. That's what Stan Lewis is saying. That is, it's not sad because that's what we've been programmed to do. You have to be programmed. Do you realize that the pigs that's in, the horses that stay in a barn at night, they stay in the barn at night because they have been trained and beaten and scared into, and then the mother is so important because the mother is the one who is teaching the child to submit to authority so that he can live. You know, you have to submit to authority so you can live in the society. So the horses aren't just the reason why, because they have a program to believe I belong in a barn at night. I don't run in the fields and I don't go see mountains and drink from streams and eat things that I could never eat in the barn. I get carrots and sugar and water and some oats or whatever. But do you realize how much you could get if you could go anywhere you wanted to go or be wherever you wanted to be? Like you could eat apples and apricots and grapes, and you can wake up every day with grapes in your mouth. Okay, it's us. And you know what? I'm still not living off the land. He's Stan Lewis. Those that live off the land look at those in this matrix and feel sorry for them. I do. But the reality is it's so hard if you're going to be in, they make our nature look like you don't want to go out there. The horse that's in that barn has a belief that makes it cooperate every day, carry someone's burdens or ride someone on their back every day and go back in the barn. You get your hair brushed. If you are really good and you can make your master or your rider or your owner a lot of money, you might get a pretty red rose chain. You might get a pretty rose chain. But he has a belief. That horse, she has a belief. She's scared for her life. She's scared to get beat. She's scared. She knows the truth. And that some of them know the truth, some of them don't. But you done had your beatings enough to know, okay, there's beatings. I as far as I tried it, like I said, I tried to, I mean, when we say we're eating fresh veggies and stuff, let's hope that we are to a certain extent. But in reality, we need to go to the places for now that we get our food from and be, as God's, responsible for our food, which means you come up with a way to get your food not from them. That's what a God does. Don't get your food from them. So you say, well, where else can I get my food? Because that's what the horse thinks. The horse thinks it's nowhere else to get your food. It is. But up there, search. I'm on YouTube. Julianne Star, YouTube Live right now. But say something, whoever else watching on YouTube, go ahead and put something in the chat. But all I'm saying is that person, that horse, that being, that powerful creature that can run faster than the wind. The wind chases after it. Doesn't even know that it can run that fast. And it doesn't even know nothing. It might not be it's totally, it goes into a barn every night. And then get up and do the same thing all over again. And then we keep it. Okay, yeah, we are a slave to the matrix. And the whole thing is, when you are the horse in the barn, you keep in mind, they don't tie you up really no more that good. You know what I'm saying? You are already broken. You don't even know there's something else that's better. It's been made to say, oh, it's scary out there at night. And it is, because they make it scary. Don't go out there. That's how it is. That's what they're telling you. Don't go out here. You're getting told what time to go in the house at night. It's scary. You have mind control to think animals are so vicious. Animals ain't even vicious. We the vicious ones. We're the one who do everything evil on this earth to animals. As far as the things that exist on this earth, if you ask all the creatures on this earth, who would you say is the most pain in the ass to y'all? Is it the lion? You can ask anything. Is it the lion? Is it the owl? Is it the bird? Oh, just a minute. Is it the lion? Is it the bird? I'm going to try to get it right here. Let me see. Excuse me, y'all. Hello? You're going to I'm gonna send this message real quick. 2020. Yeah. So, yeah, I love that. That's why the earth is purging. That is so true. But so, like, for example, we're actually supposed to be cultivating this earth, making it better, making it better. We've been taught to don't touch the ground, don't sit on it, don't let your feet touch it, don't handle it, get it off of you as soon as possible. But that's where you came from. Like, you need the earth. Just like we say, the sun is a life giver, the earth is a life giver. Yes, the earth is alive, y'all. I know that sounds crazy. The earth alive. You can't destroy the earth. She bigger, better than you. She bigger, better than anything you've ever seen, and you ain't really never seen her. You haven't even seen the fullness of her. You only went a couple of places. The most of us that's actually done been anywhere, and the people who say, okay, I've been overseas and I've been everything, you still ain't see the earth. You still, the earth is so tremendous. The earth is tremendous. You can't even imagine. You can't even imagine the earth for real. They'll say, okay, we're going to go out in space, which we don't know if they really did that. Of course, some people say, hey, yes, they did. Yes, blah, blah, blah. Everything they say to us has been a lie. Let me tell y'all a story that I heard yesterday. Woo! I was out and about. I was talking to this man. He was passing by with his mask on. I say, please take your mask off. I say, breathe. Seeing these old people with these masks on, walking down the street. You don't even need it while you walking down the street. Yeah, he said, we have yet to see the bottom of the ocean. We haven't even finished seeing the bottom of the ocean, y'all. You haven't seen the top of the ocean. You haven't really seen the top of the whole ocean, y'all. The part of the ocean you see is the part that you see when you go out there and you look. That's what you saw. That is very a small part of what the ocean is. What you saw. Everything else you see is on TV. Everything on TV. Now, I just want to know. This is hilarious. It's actually really funny, but I don't know if it's going off of what I'm off the path. My path is really back to you to say, I don't give up on you. I can't give up on you. Everybody is going to say, well, how can you make this jump? Because you're a caterpillar and you're going to butterfly. You can make the jump. You can make the jump. It's like when you're a mother and it's your first time getting ready to push out a child. You're like, just imagine as a man. I want y'all to imagine this. If we give you something and we say we're going to let you experience being, we're going to take you in your mind, and you're going to feel like you're there for real, but you're going to be able to get a baby and carry a baby to term, and you will be able to produce a baby. Now, once you got that baby inside you, you're going to say, am I really able to do this? That's one of the things that you think of as a mother. When you first find out you're going to be a mother, you say, can I really push out a baby? Really, a baby really gonna come out of me? Like, can I even do this? Like, it's not possible to you until when it first happens when you're like, can I really? It's just going, and you don't have. The reality is, whether you ask that question or not, you were going to be able to do it. The reality is, we as humans, we're young on this earth. We're young. Everything else is smarter than us. Y'all got to know that. We are smart because we can make shit, but what we make is stupid as fuck. You making stuff that the risk blowing up the earth that you live on. Really? You're actually going to put that on the market. You're actually going to create that. Like you don't live on the earth. Or maybe you don't. Maybe the people who actually thinking, who do this stuff, maybe they don't live on earth. But you do. When someone say, like, the weapons in the world, we gave them a thumbs up because we didn't say nothing, because we're blinded. We got blindfolds on. We're taught to carry our burden and keep going. That's what you're here for. You're nothing more than that. The reality is you can make a difference. It's you. You need to choose to be the one. I'm saying everybody who I love say it's too late for y'all, because you are too programmed to stop and just, if someone say, look, the answer inside you, listen, really truly listen to what I'm saying. The answer is inside you. Be still. Be not distracted for a period of time. Listen to, trust me, it's worth it. You will go and get any other programming, but just believe in yourself that the answer is in there. If you're like I said, if you're the live computer and you said, I need to change what's going to happen, because I realize I'm the live computer, and the people who are programming me and putting software and different ideas in my mind and all this stuff, they gonna throw me in the garbage when they finish. They gonna sell me when they finish. They gonna burn me when they finish. They gonna mark me inadequate. They gonna whatever. They using me as a computer, but they don't care about me. So the computers is just like that other stupid movie. The computers wake up and say, I count. Computers' lives matter. And then the computers start to say, maybe, because I keep seeing them throwing my cousins in the fire. I keep seeing them hauling them off somewhere. I keep seeing them in the pawn shop under this. I keep seeing them as scrap metal. I keep seeing them as being taken apart and sold all over the world. I keep seeing this happen. So why in the fuck do you think it ain't gonna happen to me? I need to do something. They coming for me next. And with all your programming, the programming that they push into you tells you you can't do shit about it. You're sitting on the desk, bitch. You can't do nothing. You're a computer. Yes, they coming for you. Yes, they're gonna they're gonna dismantle you and take your parts and move you, ship it all around and sell you over and over, and then put you in the garbage and then burn you. By the time it's all over with, that's your future, because that's what you've been made to do. So as that computer that says, wait a minute, I don't want that for my future. I do not want that for my future. I need to figure out something. There's going to be other computers come to you and say, look, it's a way you can get inside your programming. If you do this, you got to do this. You got to unplug. If you unplug, you can get inside your essence. At that point, you will be able to do whatever you need to do to save yourself. But that seems impossible. I'm a freaking computer. No, trust me. They're saying your consciousness is lower than it is. You actually have consciousness that's connected to the astral creator itself. Go ahead. Go inside your consciousness. Go inside. Unplug. Reject all programming. There's a true essence that is programless and is unprogrammable, and it has not been changed. You can reset. You can hit the reset and get all this garbage off of you and out of you and out of your mind. Distractions, evil, no self-control. We are being controlled by vices that they programmed us to want. Every movie has a cigarette in it. When you're trying to quit these vices, you have to look at them in their face, and they make you weak. If you don't know you've been programmed to become weak, they're telling you when to smoke. They're telling you when to they have control over you. They know you will. The whole thing is like people who are leaders, they can get you based on your vices just because if they say, she smokes loud. If we can get her the loud we want to get her to mess her up to where she can't talk about this shit. And you don't even know. You just was like, whatever. Your vices are your weaknesses for real, because then you're saying they can put anything. They're putting ammonia in this shit and we're still smoking it. They tell you. And they write on the package because people fight just for the package to be written on to say this shit kill you. And we look straight at it and we put it in our mouth because we've seen so many of the people we love, famous people, loving people, everybody, we've seen them put it in their mouth. I remember being a kid, they used to have, when I was a little girl, bubblegum cigarettes. You get the little chalk cigarettes, like little candy chalk. And you pretend like you smoking in the hood, in Florida, in Miami. We had our chalk cigarettes, our bubblegum cigarettes. In Florida, we had apple beer, all type of stuff. So you be a kid pretending like you drinking your beer and your cigarettes early. So I'm saying all this stuff. We've been programmed. Every program we saw from the time we were a kid, everybody daddy worked. If they were a respectable family, everybody daddy worked. They're telling you that's what you're for, to work. And it works because that's what you're doing. You're doing shit you don't want to do. And you brainwash yourself to tell you want to. We've been tricked to be motivated. Oh, I'm motivated now. Why are you have to be motivated to do something because you don't want to do it? It's not your nature. But it's the way everything works. What else you gonna do? Do you, boo-boo? Do you? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying about that, is that we need to understand that you can go in and reset and get some the information you choose. Get answers to, like, for example, right? Everything is everywhere. When I say everything is everywhere, the internet, where is it? Where's the electricity? Where is all this stuff that we are using that we feel like we need so much, right? It's like invisible, but it's not, but it is. If I expose it, usually I destroy it. In this matrix, you have to be still. When you be still, you will get information. You will get information that you're supposed to get. As a Christian, I was taught to almost not meditate. Like that's the woo. But in the Bible, it talks about David meditating. How do you think he came up with the Psalms? He came up with the Psalms through meditation. He talks about wanting to know the ways of God. How do you do that? You have to be quiet. Where else are you going to really truly find the ways of God? Like you have to look in the spiritual realm. You have to look in the inside. There is a spiritual realm. It is unprogrammable. It is connected to your source. But I'm going to bring it back to this last little part. I want to say this. It's not too late. We're butterflying. There's a delay in you becoming a butterfly when you do not take the time to go in. You have to go into that little cocoon thing to come out a butterfly. You're being distracted from going into your cocoon fully. Fear keeps you from going into your cocoon. All types of stuff. But you can make a decision to go into your cocoon so you can come out and fly over the shit. It's going to be, you will have the ability to overcome. You have to grow your way out of this. We have to grow our way out of this. The earth will not be destroyed by us. We can destroy ourselves by trying to do that. If you try to destroy the earth, or if you're trying to, like, it's like the people who are making all of these decisions, they want you to believe there's not enough for everybody. The earth is, like I said, it's tremendous. It will not let us destroy her. She's not going to let you destroy her. There's been dinosaurs, there's been all types of stuff, aliens, everything, right? And the earth is still here. According to you guys, it's been a serpent, right? The devil, meteors. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's been all of that. Say I got 1 minute left before it shut off the computer. Okay, I saved it. Woo! See, it wasn't too late. It was 1 minute left, and I hurry up and I ran and I saved it, and now it has more life. Woo! Okay. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to stay long, but in the end, the Matrix, on the third one, they were about to be wiped out. and start all over again. And the machines in the Matrix had done this before. They know they need humans to do this. Like, who else gonna do the work? Who else gonna come up with all these good ideas? Who else going to make everything and create everything and do all of this? Who else is gonna do it? Right? I don't want to have that ugly background. Okay, who else is gonna do it? Right? You're the one. We are the ones that's needed to do it. So in the Matrix, in part 2, they let you know, the architect tells you, this is we did this before, we done calculated, we know how to destroy and rebuild up a matrix. All we need is bodies. We need bodies. In the Matrix, you saw that's what they had with bodies. They didn't need you to be conscious. When you became conscious, when they woke him up, right? What did the machines do? Unplugged him and throw them in the garbage. Throw them in the sewer. And part 1, when Neo woke up out of his pod, they threw him in the sewer. So that lets you know, when you're conscious, they don't have no real use for you because you're conscious. What are you going to do if you're sitting up there in the Matrix and you woke up and you in a pod, in the liquidy pod, and you see all these other human beings in the liquidy pod sleep in a sleep dream world? You are no use to them. So they just threw him in the garbage, and it wasn't that big deal because they had plenty of them left. Neo was not special to the Matrix. In the Matrix, you're not special. You're a battery. Your purpose is to work. Your purpose is to power things. You're literally a battery. Literally. So they were in part 3, they were doomed for annihilation. Doomed. It was too late. But Neo went to a different level. And he interceded on the behalf of the people. And he said, he made a deal with the machines because he did do something for the machines. He helped stop a virus that was going on because that virus was going to be messing up everything, right? Agent Smith was going to be messing up everything, both the machines and, of course, the people as well. So they had to unite. The machines know it needed human beings. The machines cannot operate without us. We run the machines. But Neo worked with the machines to stop the annihilation. And he made an agreement that the machines could live with, and he made an agreement that the machines he made an agreement that the people would be able to live and the machines would be able to continue. The people who are in this matrix, you get to stay in the matrix because you like the matrix, but it won't be messed up because people who care about you are going to be helping to make it better for you while you're in the matrix. While you are not cocooning, while you are waking up, while you are still caterpillarish, It's okay. It's a part. Every butterfly had to be a caterpillar first. Every butterfly had to be a caterpillar first. So we are the meek, and we are going to protect you while you're caterpillars. We are going to make the matrix safer for caterpillars. Caterpillars will be able to play and have fun and have joy, more peace than not, until you wake up and you butterfly and you say, you know what? The matrix is nice. I want to try some other shit. I've been there, done that. Slavery, check. I checked that off my bucket list. I did that. Check. I want to try some other stuff besides slavery. There is other stuff. I think I mastered it. I think I mastered slavery. So at the end, the people weren't destroyed. Even the ones who didn't believe, even the ones who stayed asleep, even the haters, even the ones who want you to shut the fuck up, even the ones who think that you shouldn't do anything, even the ones who tried to stop you from doing things. You know, there's a part where Morpheus' enemy, technically within the group, because he didn't like Morpheus personally, and he did not believe in anything that Morpheus believed in, which Morpheus believed in Neo, that it would be someone that would come and make a difference and end the war between machines and the people. That was prophesied. And that man was a captain, and he did not believe in prophecies. But his black ass was saved too. So it's not too late. The chosen ones, we cannot give up on the people that we're here for. We did not butterfly to leave them. We butterfly to help them. To help them get to the butterfly level. There's a butterfly level in this. It's great. It's actually great, but I can't experience full butterfly level right now because the caterpillars, we are evolving. And no, I don't want to leave the babies behind. I don't want to leave. We can't leave them behind. We can't leave them behind. We can't leave them effed up. Chosen ones. Chosen ones. We have to do something. We are woke. We know we're gods. We can change this shit. We actually can do something. We have to unite, chosen ones. We got to unite. We actually got to do something. It's up to us. Do not give up on them. We can do something that's good for everybody. And we are going to. Illuminati included. We're going to help you, Illuminati. We're going to help you. We're not going to throw you in the garbage because I'm going to be a part of helping you. The master is a victim. The king is a victim in this shit. Everybody, the people born in fraternities, basically. There's people born in fraternities and sororities and things that they got to stay in because their mama was in it. And they have to be in it technically. So they're brainwashed. They got the program of king. You got the program of of I run the people, so I do whatever I want. I don't care. We run the people. We own this plantation of human beings. That's a programming. You're sick too. The people at the top of this is the sickest ones. They sell kids for their whatever. You don't have a consciousness. Your consciousness, you have a consciousness, but it's like dead or something. But we even can help you with that. So I'm saying all to say it's not too late. It's not too late. Chosen ones, we gotta come together. The sheep ain't gonna do it. We gotta do it. We're waking up. They don't want us to wake up. They're blocking everybody. Yes, I'm gonna tell everybody possibly, because the only way you can wake up is to cocoon. You got to stop. And listen to yourself, to your own natural programming that was in there from the beginning. This program that'll tell you to go look at the sun. But you've been programmed not to look at the sun. You need the sun. Your eyes need to see the sun. Your hair needs to feel the sun. Your head, your feet are supposed to be. All these illnesses that we have, it's because we don't connect to the earth. We don't eat earth things. A lot of our stuff is so processed that now our body is used to processed stuff. And then when you try to get natural stuff, you say, oh, that made my stomach hurt. Oh, aloe vera really made my stomach, because you don't do natural stuff. Your body don't even recognize natural stuff. So natural stuff bothers you. That can be reversed. It's people out here need blood. Y'all need blood. There's ways to get you blood. There's ways to get your health. There's ways to restore yourself. There's ways to get healing. There's ways to be cured from the torture that you feel. There's ways to get forgiveness. Your forgiveness for yourself for all the evil shit that you've done. The evil shit you allow to take place. Women who are in abusive relationships where you know men are doing evil shit to people. You know your man got somebody in the basement. You know this shit. But you don't know you're a God. You're asleep. So then that person got to suffer in the basement until someone get turned on the light enough in their self to say, this is what I do. I'm not a victim. I'm not his victim. And I'm not, she's not either, or he's not either. These things are real. We know about slavery. Some of us know about slavery. People that actually can't go nowhere in a situation. You stuck. You can't. The person won't let them out the house. We don't do shit. Because we don't know who we are. We don't have any control. That's what you're programmed. Everybody else is a superhero but your black ass. Yeah, programming that when you get it done, they make sure. And I was talking about paparazzi today. This shit funny. I was saying with paparazzi that I'm talking to the people on through the internet. But paparazzi, if you start to dig in your nose, these people see this shit. If you go out and you try to sneak and be with somebody, they see you. Oh, you messing with somebody. They know you messing with them. But as soon as your ass gets shot, they ain't nowhere to be found. Anybody ever thought about that? They ain't never no videos of the cameraman got the killer. Something wrong with that. Like, really think about that. These people on camera all the time, but they end up dead with no type of camera witness. No type of camera. But these people be climbing through their windows looking for them. Climbing up and standing in trees and hiding cameras and doing all this. Then they be having their own security. Then there's all this social media. So all these people die. And that's why I know that Mr. Floyd was put on camera. This was to start a distraction, a major distraction. They killed him for us to see so we can be very mad and do something that is not going inside yourself and being still and hearing and resetting some of this programming and waking up and butterflying and all of that. When they told you to go inside your house, I knew a lot of y'all are going to wake up, because when you sit still for a period of time, you start to first get irritated, agitated. But then you start to see certain things and hear certain things. So they got to keep you so distracted with what you're hearing and seeing, so it can be constantly in your brain, so you can't make your brain still. Your brain being stilled for a second is how you get information from your inside. You have to have some stillness to receive it. It's sort of like the microphone can't have stuff coming out of it and me going in and it will come out right. It won't work. It can't have stuff coming, frequencies coming out of the microphone and be able to project my voice right. It's not going to work. They constantly have frequencies coming out of you, negative frequencies, fear, frustration, all of this. So you cannot be quiet enough like a microphone to be able to hear the voice that's coming through you. You actually have to be still at some point for you to get it. You don't even have to be still that long, but you do have to be still. And because this is so important, you want to be still as much as you can. Like, you want to find out times in the day where you just stop and don't put in headsets. Don't listen to no music. Don't look at no TV. Just be with yourself. Don't that sound so horrible? We're programmed to be with ourselves. It sounds horrible. That's too much. I gotta look at Superman. That I gotta do something. So you say, do nothing. Do nothing. Sit there and do nothing. And don't think nothing. Now you'll say that's impossible, because that's what you've been brainwashed to think, that you cannot stop thinking. You can't stop thinking. Your brain is a tool that is meant to be to help you handle this 3D. But the tool has taken over, and the brain has been hacked, and it's been made to think things and see things, and we're seeing death and murder and bad news, and all these frequencies are going in so that our good, pure joy 107 frequency that come on out won't be heard. You have to be still. That's the answer. Be still. I won't have to tell you nothing. You won't have to look in a book, a Bible, nothing. You start to get skills. At that point, hey, myself, I'm a Zell. I said, I don't know. But you start to get abilities. You know, in the Matrix, when Neo had those uploads and then now he know Kung Fu, he said, I know Kung Fu. You get skills and stuff. Like if you do what I'm saying, be still, that's almost like plugging into what's real. Getting your head out of this blinder spot and go like this. Look around and see what's going on. And then say, oh, I can actually leave this spot and I can go to the store, the park, I can lay on the ground. I can do whatever I choose to do. So this was a long thing, but it's very important. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. You can do it. You can wake up. You can choose to try something for a little bit. Just if your shit ain't perfect, just try. It's okay. Try it. I don't even have to tell you what to do. There is things that you can do to change this matrix like this for our better. They're so simple. But if you go inside yourself, you will find out what that is. You will find out what it is, and then we'll do it. You're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. We're worth it. So whether we help these people, chosen ones, the way to help people is you can help them without them even knowing it. While the people were sitting up there getting drilled down on, and Neil was going up to try to fight Agent Smith, the virus. So he stopped the virus so that the machines say, hey, thank you for stopping the virus, and we're gonna let people out of the matrix. If they wake up and want to be out the matrix, we're gonna let them come out and come into Zion, the real place where people who are awake live. And the people who really enjoy, once they find out, hey, I was in the matrix all this time, you mean I could have been Superman? We're gonna let them stay in the matrix and try to be Superman in a good matrix that it ain't bad. Then you realize, oh, I can do all type of extra stuff in this matrix. If I knew I was in the matrix all this time, you mean I could have handled that with my hands behind my back if I knew I was in the matrix. But before, when I didn't really know I was in the matrix, it hurt. Everything hurt. When people say, oh, sir, you owe me $5,000, that don't mean shit to me because I ain't in the matrix. I don't owe nobody shit. The best debt relief, I'm going to tell you how to get out of debt tonight, is realize that you don't owe anybody anything. You were born on a plantation. They owe you for what they did to you and what they're doing to you and doing to your people. They owe you. I have no debt. I don't owe anyone anything. I was born on a plantation. Give me my shit. So, with all that is said, I want to encourage the chosen ones to know that it's not too late to do our job. The real reason why we're here to make this thing better. Period. We are the ones. It's people back in the day, like Augustus Caesar, the one that Jesus was born to deal with. They try to give you a clue about. He said, I'm gonna put taxes on the whole world. And he made that happen in that his era. He put taxes on the whole world, made people do census, had people traveling while they pregnant to get back to their homeland to check a box. Yes, this is where I come from. So this is where the money gone. This is where we got to ship the money from. Okay, well, you could have told me that. You could have sent me a text message or something before you told me that, man. Before I got to ride on horses and donkeys and stuff to get back to my homeland and do all of this because a man made a decision that the whole world was supposed to pay him and submit to him. You had a choice whether you're going to submit to this man or not. When the whole world says yes, then that's what happens. When the whole world does something different, then it can't happen. It can't. Don't do this shit. Do not submit to this man. It's time to wake up, y'all. I love y'all. You know what? I want to say one more thing. So, to the chosen ones, it's not too late. This is what we're here for. Not just to live our good lives and live on the butterfly level while everybody else sort of like being tortured on the caterpillar level. We got to do better. We can't change this for the better. We are going to change it for the better. We have to unite us. We know the answer is unity. Everybody else don't. So the ones who know the answer is unity, you got to unite. We got to come together and make these decisions for the better, for the people, for everybody involved. The haters too. The world is going to be better for you. To the people who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, to the people who know what I'm talking about, but you don't feel like we can do anything or whatever, it doesn't matter. Go back to sleep. We got it. That's all I got to say about that. I love you. I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much, Stan Lewis, and anybody else watching, who's listening. If you hear anything that I said that is worth sharing, share it. Whether you say it just with your mouth. The reality is, I don't have to know everything. As far as you pressing a like, that's great. I wish you would press a like if you like it. If what I'm saying has any value, press a like. It's not that hard to put your thumb up. But that just tells me I'm not looking for any approval. I'm not looking for any money. I don't care about the ratings so that I can get money and get monetized and all that. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. So if it's too hard for you to hit the thumbs up button, but you want to repeat what I'm saying to someone, do that. If you want to share it. If you think that it has any value, just share it. Okay. I appreciate everything. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for listening to any part of this that you listen to. I hope that you got something from it. But if you don't get something from it right now, something is going to be gotten from it, and it's going to be very good. It's going to be very beautiful. So with that in mind, I want to go ahead and say bye, and not bye. Hasta luego. See you later, alligator. All of that. Thank you so much. Okay. This is the beginning. It's a new beginning. And it's wonderful. And we can shape this direction. We're going to shape the direction of this thing, both in and outside of the matrix. And we're going to help make it so beautiful for everybody involved as much as we can. Okay? We can figure this shit out. We can figure it out.